Now, if persons who may have that raw talent, because I mentioned baking, right? And they know how to bake the hell out of anything, but they just don't have the finances to actually start this set business. They know how to do it. They want to start it, but they're stuck only where it reaches the paperwork, the numbers. All I know how to do is bake, and I could bake like a boss. But outside of that, I don't even know where to begin. What could we say to that person, or any person who has that raw talent but does not have the business side of running that said business, or a bakery or a nursery, whatever the case is, but they're just talented?
When we're talking at the beginning, we talk about a structure of a business. The structure could take different forms. In any business, you could appreciate that there are persons with different skills and expertise. Sometimes we have to be very honest with ourselves. If we know we don't have that business mind, then probably we should work with someone who has such a business mind. And if you don't have the talent, you have the skill, but you just do not have the business acumen, then that may feed into how it is your business ought to be structured, whether it's a partnership, a limited liability company, whether or not you need to take on board someone else who may be able to assist you with that side of the business. Even though we talk about numbers and the accounting side of the business, there are persons who can assist you, whether as part of the business or as they themselves are running their own business, can come in and assist you by doing the outcomes. And this is what I meant at the beginning by spending time at the beginning to appreciate how you would want to structure your business, because you have to be honest with yourself. If you don't have that, if you don't have that ability, or you don't have that discipline for that aspect, and you just have the skill and you just want to bake. I just want to bake, I just bake, I don't want to deal with anything else. I don't want to collect money. I don't do anything else. Nothing is necessarily wrong with that. But be honest with yourself and seek the relevant assistance. And you must structure your business out.
So you use the word structure a lot. So let's use an example of a pyramid and starting this set business. And the first step of structure in your business will be what? The start.
Well, you want to have a business plan. The business plan should outline what it would like the business to do. And it will also incorporate aspects like who my potential customers will be, how I will reach them, and the technical tool, the acquisition cost. How will I acquire these customers? Invariably, your business plan will want to also include projections. In theory, what they teach in school is that the projection must be at least 3 to 5 years, and you must want to incorporate 3 potential levels, meaning the maximum outcome, a medium outcome, and the worst case scenario.
Yeah. Many people, they don't think about the worst case, as you mentioned, the 3 tiers. And it's always the first tier is, you're going to make some money. Money is going to be made, which everybody wants. And then when we go to the middle part of it, which is things maybe you might be on the fence a little bit, but not understanding the worst case is one where we need to really focus on, because you could lose all your investment.
Right. And you could be demotivated, because sometimes when you start such a business, you have persons around and say, yeah, I will support you. Right? And you're thinking, boy, I'm popular. I know plenty of people, my business go thrive. But that doesn't necessarily equate when the business has started. And to go back to the theory, they said you should have capital to run your business at a loss for about 9 months, 6 to 9 months, right? As a worst case scenario. But we don't think about those things. And that is very, very important for the younger persons to understand. Because there are people around you. You say, let's go and do it. You go ahead, I will support you. But when the business has launched, how many of them actually come and support? Or are they the kind of friends who will say, listen, what you could do for me?
My binoculars on, switching, binoculars are on. Because it's true. And real life situations where in my case, I'll just use an example, try to do certain business ventures and thinking because of the position you're in and you see that the words, it sounds good. Yes, oh my gosh, come out and we'll this and we'll that and we'll... crickets. And you have to factor those things in, even if you are known or not, that you have to find a way to market your product in a certain way, whatever that product may be. But the reality of it is, what you said just now, we have to be realistic in when we are starting a business, because there are persons who believe, I can't work for anyone, which is fine, which is true. But when starting a business, it's not going to flourish overnight. And understanding when you do start this business, what it really entails and the steps it entails to start the business are not going off based of a hype or what is, I call it hype entrepreneurs. If I could use that, it's something I made up. And what that means is you are seeing things that popular, that people are selling, or it seems like they're making a lot of money from it. So you decide to dive into it as well because it's trending, and not understanding that maybe the person already has a certain level of business sense, or this is something they really wanted to do, or they're just selling for social media purposes. The facade of things are moving, and really and truly, it's not moving. And it's not something you really wanted to do. You're just seeing it as quick money, the hustle, money coming in, money in my pocket.
Yes.
And not understanding it's a serious business that some of these persons have already entered into, or the period in time in which they have invested into the business, water the seed for it to grow, and you are now seeing the finished product of it, but not understanding the back end of time that it took before it reached here. So how are we going to combat that with individuals who are watching persons with certain popular businesses that they think, I could do this?
What I try to convey to many persons is that, say you're owner of a business, sounds very glamorous, but you never see the hard work that goes in. I was telling someone this morning that sometimes you feel that there are not enough hours in a day and days in a week. Many business owners work 7 days of it, always working. So it looks glamorous, but you have to put in the work. And that is the difference between a hustler. A hustler is, they're hustling to survive. They're hustling to get money in their pocket. Money in my pocket so I could know one. What's the way that money? That I work hard.
Yes. Not to reinvest in the business.
Reinvest and it's not something that often is not sustainable. So there's a difference. That is why you have to structure a business in particular. We have to put in the work. And when you see persons enjoying the fruits of their labor, no one really knows how many hours, how many sleepless nights, how many times you sat down thinking, boy, how am I going to eat tomorrow? The sacrifices that have to be made, not only the financial sacrifices, but in terms of your time. The time that I had to take away from my family and to invest. There's a lot that goes into running a business. And that's why it's so important for persons to spend time before they start thinking about, is this for me, one? And if this is for me, how am I going to approach it?
And what we forgot, which is so important, Mr. Lashley, is the importance of respecting the dollar. And once they could respect that and not believe it is growing on a tree, like our parents told us, and I'm telling my child the same way, that you have to have value for the money, regardless if it's 1 cent to $100. Because 1 cent is money and it adds up. You don't just think of it as whatever. It's understanding how this money could work for you.
And that is very important. Many times people say, well, I'm working for money. And I say, well, listen, you could work for money. I prefer my money to work for me. And there's a difference. Many persons work for money.
For money.
I prefer my money to work for me.
I'll twist my tongue now and start doing saying. No. I have to. Words are very powerful.
Yes.
You're not working for money. I always say it most of the times, I'm being honest. But how is the money going to work for me? Than saying I'm just going to get, I'm working for the money here, I'm working for the money, I'm coming to get paid. That means it's not really, it's coming across almost like a hustle statement.
Well, when you have your money working for you, you get into the concept of passive income. Because social media, everybody on social media, see people just lazing around, they look like they do nothing. But often they have money working for them. They are earning. They have invested their money in different ways that they could sit down and they're making money whilst appearing to do nothing. They have their money working for them. And there's something at another point in time we could get into and look it up, because that is something that is, it sounds simple, but it's the key.
That is something that, if not all, the majority of persons will love to have that. You know, the statement you made, I can be sitting down here and money making. I can be sleeping and money making, but not understanding that the work and the time and the investment was placed there for that to happen. And there was structure. Key words we take it for today. We have structure. We have making the money work for you. We have investment. And where we started, to start.
Just start.
Start.
Yes, just start.
I love that.
Don't put off what you could do today for tomorrow. Start now.
Mr. Lashley, we'd like to thank you, and of course to the audience for taking this opportunity to really listen to you. He's the Deputy CEO of Eastern Credit Union and highlighting the benefits, not customers, the members. And you could become a member. Like myself, I'm a member, but now I have to make my daughter a member, part of the Eastern Credit Union family, when it comes to understanding how it is to use your finances to your advantage. So we'd like to thank you so much. Anything you'd like to say before? I know you're going to be back on our next episode, but before we wrap up the first episode.
This forum, I believe in this forum.
Yeah.
We at Eastern Credit Union believe in this forum because we believe in educating our members and our future members. We believe in making a difference. And this is just one of the ways in which we are doing this. And I want to thank you for your support.
I'm able to learn in the process. So, Mr. Lashley, thank you so much. To the audience, stay tuned for the next episode. It's all about idea to income. This is how we do it. It's no longer a hustle, but a business. Until next time, see you again. Now remember, any questions you need answered, make sure and email us at ideatoincome@easterncutT.com, and make sure and follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Eastern Credit Union.